A single country cannot efficiently produce every resource its population needs. When nations focus on producing what they do best and trade for the rest, they maximize efficiency. This cross-border exchange of goods, services, and capital is international trade. Exports are the goods produced domestically and sent outward, while imports are foreign goods purchased and brought in. Tracking the difference between these two flows gives us the trade balance. A trade surplus occurs when export volume exceeds import volume. A trade deficit happens when imports outweigh exports. Notice how the money moves. Sending physical goods out means foreign currency flows in to pay for them. Conversely, bringing foreign goods in requires sending domestic wealth out. Managing these dual flows allows a nation to maintain access to essential foreign products while generating enough income to actually pay for them over the long term. To see how this works in practice, look at Ghana's role in the global market. The country generates crucial foreign exchange by exporting high volumes of raw commodities, specifically gold and agricultural products like cocoa. Despite that raw wealth, industrialization requires external resources. Ghana must bring in heavy machinery, refined petroleum, and pharmaceuticals through massive logistical hubs to keep its economy growing. But crossing borders introduces friction. Governments protect local industries using trade barriers. A tariff is a direct financial tax added to imported goods, raising their final price. A quota sets a strict physical limit on the exact number of items that can legally cross the border in a given time period. Even without taxes or limits, non-tariff barriers like complex health standards, hidden safety regulations, and strict labeling requirements make moving goods difficult. To lower these barriers, nations negotiate multilateral trade agreements. Organizations like the WTO or regional agreements like the African Continental Free Trade Area require intense geopolitical coordination to align policies and encourage economic integration. Participating in global markets requires balancing the protection of vulnerable domestic businesses against the need to access large pools of foreign buyers. We can compare the strict rules of international trade with domestic trade by examining one distinct sector, Ghana's local fishing industry. Domestic trade happens entirely within a single country's borders. Selling local catch at the Tema or Kumasi markets utilizes one uniform currency, the cedi, and operates under a single set of national regulations. Exporting that same fish as canned tuna changes the equation. International trade forces sellers to deal with fluctuating exchange rates between the cedi, the US dollar, or the euro, introducing distinct currency risk. Moving the product also requires scaling up from simple road transport to complex maritime shipping, while simultaneously meeting rigorous foreign health and safety standards like the European Union's sanitary measures. Domestic trade provides vital food security and local employment with minimal friction. However, reaching the revenue potential of international markets forces those same businesses to innovate and upgrade to global standards. Let's test this concept. Pause the video. And write down 3 specific differences and supply chain challenges you would face selling local fish in Kumasi versus exporting it to the UK. Here's your cheat sheet. International trade revolves around 4 main components: the outward flow of exports, the inward flow of imports, tracking the trade balance between them, and navigating the barriers that restrict them. Understanding how these layers intersect reveals the exact reasons why local prices fluctuate and how international agreements directly impact everyday life in Ghana.